Welcome to the bell curve, and to 3 hits, 1 miss. There's a peculiar indignity in working the night shift. It's not the exhaustion, not entirely. It's the quiet erosion of certainty. The sense that while the rest of civilization sleeps, you've been left behind to tend the machinery, to keep the lights on, to smile politely at strangers who may or may not deserve it. Hellmart understands this indignity intimately. It places you behind the counter of a lonely northern convenience store, surrounded by humming refrigerators and unforgiving fluorescent lights. You are not a hero, you are not chosen, you are not special, you are employed. And that may be the cruelest fate of all. By day you perform the rituals of retail, stocking shelves, cleaning floors, serving customers who neither see you nor particularly care to. But by night, something begins to slip. Something subtle, something patient. Hellmart isn't interested in startling you, it's interested in studying you, watching how long you maintain your composure once reality itself begins to misbehave. It's horror stripped of theatrics, no explosions, no grand gestures, just you, a counter, and the growing suspicion that something is terribly wrong. Hit number 1. Atmosphere that feels almost personally hostile. Hellmart doesn't scream at you, it leans in close and whispers. The store is oppressive in its normality. The lighting is too bright, the aisles too orderly, everything sits precisely where it should, and yet it feels wrong. Not obviously wrong, not in a way you can point to and declare with confidence, but wrong in a way a smile sometimes feels wrong, manufactured, forced. The brilliance of Hellmart is that it allows your mind to participate in your own discomfort. Long stretches pass where nothing unusual happens. You perform your duties, you exist within the routine, and gradually you begin to anticipate disruption. Not because the game insists upon it, but because you insist upon it. Every sound becomes suspect, every approaching figure becomes a question without an answer. The automatic doors slide open with mechanical indifference, and you feel something primitive tighten in your chest. Fear, it turns out, doesn't require spectacle, it requires patience. Hellmart is patient, and that patience makes you complicit in your own unease. Hit number 2. The unsettling burden of judgment. Hellmart presents you with a simple responsibility. Decide. Customers approach, they look ordinary enough. They behave ordinarily enough. But occasionally, there's an inconsistency. Something subtle, something easy to dismiss if you're inclined toward optimism. And optimism, Hellmart gently suggests, may be a liability. You are forced to make decisions with incomplete information. Do you allow someone inside? Do you refuse them? Do you prioritize policy or instinct, courtesy or survival? The game never reassures you, it never confirms that you've done the right thing, it simply continues. That's what makes it effective. It respects your intelligence enough to let you live with uncertainty. It doesn't reduce itself to simple binaries of right and wrong. Instead, it forces you into the uncomfortable territory in between, where most of life actually happens. You begin to hesitate. You begin to doubt your own reasoning. You begin to question whether kindness is wisdom or weakness. Hellmart doesn't just test your reflexes, it tests your character. Hit number 3. The quiet genius of making you work for your fear. Many games are desperate to entertain you. Hellmart is content to employ you. You stock shelves, you mop floors. You organise products that no one will remember buying. You perform small, thankless tasks that accumulate into something resembling responsibility. At first it feels mundane. Then it feels essential, because the horror doesn't interrupt the work, it infiltrates it. You might notice something out of place, a product where it doesn't belong, a customer standing too still, watching too closely, waiting too patiently. The routines become rituals, the rituals become safeguards, and the safeguards become the only thing standing between you and something you do not fully understand. There's an extraordinary confidence in this design. Hellmart doesn't feel the need to constantly stimulate you. It allows boredom to exist, and in doing so, it transforms boredom into vulnerability. You relax, and that's when it reaches for you. It understands something fundamental. Fear is most effective when it arrives unannounced, not as an intruder, but as a realization. Not something that happens to you, something you discover. And the miss, the limits of its own restraint. Hellmart is a game of remarkable discipline, perhaps too much discipline. The repetition that strengthens its atmosphere also confines it. Tasks recur with predictable frequency, patterns emerge, systems reveal themselves, and once they do, some of the mystery inevitably fades. Familiarity, while comforting in life, is the natural enemy of fear. You begin to see the machinery behind the illusion. You begin to understand the rules governing your suffering, and understanding, unfortunately, diminishes dread. There's also a sense that Hellmart is holding something back, that there are depths it gestures towards but never fully explores, ideas it introduces but doesn't entirely resolve. It leaves you wanting more, which is both a compliment and a criticism. Because the worst thing a horror experience can do is outstay its welcome. But the second worst thing it can do is leave before it has said anything it came to say. And Hellmart occasionally feels like it departs just a little too early. Hellmart is not interested in empowering you, it's interested in reminding you how little control you actually possess. You are not conquering evil, you are coexisting with it, negotiating with it, surviving it one polite interaction at a time. And there is something deeply unsettling about that premise, because it feels plausible. Hellmart succeeds not through spectacle, but through recognition. It understands the quiet dread of isolation, the vulnerability of routine, the fragile illusion of safety we construct around ourselves simply to function. It doesn't overwhelm you, it erodes you, slowly, methodically, intelligently. Yes, it has its limitations. Yes, its structure occasionally reveals its seams. Yes, there are moments where it could push further than it does. But what it achieves with remarkable precision. It creates an experience that lingers, not because of what it shows you, but because of what it suggests. Hellmart understands that horror isn't the monster. It's the anticipation of the monster. It's the moment the automatic doors open, and you realise you're hoping no one walks in. Because whatever does, you'll still have to smile and ask how you can help, even if it kills you.